Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Yak Gadget. For all your kayak fishing accessory needs, go to yakgadget.com. Pelican cases, coolers, and lighting. Go to pelican.com. The 153 Bait Company. For all your hard and soft bait needs, go to the153anglers.com. Now let's get this show started. What's going on? Facebook, YouTube. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Brian.
Dude, my headphones are cutting out. That's kind of weird.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. All right, we're back. We're back. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well. And we got a special little episode tonight. We got some of our Paddle and Fin hosts in the house, and we're going to be talking some Christmas gift ideas for your anglers. I know a bunch of tournament schedules have dropped, so I know we're going to talk a little bit of that, and I'm sure we'll get into some. Dude, the show just started. You're already taking off clothes. This isn't your OnlyFans account, okay, Jay? This is Paddle and Fin Podcast over here, bro.
Well, we have a contest going. So.
Susie and Lavery are like dying laughing. Oh, Shane's down there too. Let's get some of these folks in here. We got Miss Susie Roloff in the house, Sean Lavery, Mr. Hurlboss, and Cali's own Shane Lamont.
What up?
West Coast
Lemon?
representing.
What's up, guys?
Is it Lemon or Lamont?
It's Lamont.
Lamont.
That's why the
I always
second
call
M is capitalized.
I always call you
Lamont.
Lemon. I always call you Lemon.
That's
Is that
fine.
cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, welcome. Jacob Jenkins is in the chat. Says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up,
How you
Jacob?
doing, brother?
What's up, bro?
So yeah, we're gonna talk some products that maybe some of us have used this year. Some good Christmas gift ideas. Maybe you all watching out there can share this with your wives or husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends to give them a little nudge. Hey, this is what I need for the Christmas gift. This better be under the tree, otherwise you may be moving out. One of those deals, you know. Susie's laughing with some real intent there. I hope Adam watches this later on. We got Nicholas Beltran in the house. What's up, brother? Dude, he's been crushing the peacock bass down in Florida. I don't know if you guys follow Nicholas, dude, but he's been posting some killer pics lately. So you guys should go give him a follow as well. But I would put Jay on the spot, but he just found out the show topic like 30 seconds ago. So we'll leave him last.
I was doing some research right before the show.
Google top 10 fishing ideas for Christmas 2021.
Yeah. Socks are a good thing.
Socks is one of the things I had thought of, and we'll get into that because there's a particular brand of socks I've been wearing. They're merino wool, and they're awesome for all types of seasons. So I'll drop that in there later because I knew that would be like a gimmicky thing because everybody's like, yeah, I got socks, but these will change your life. I'm telling you, I'm wearing them right now.
Tell me you're nearing 40 without telling me you're nearing 40.
we're a few months away, buddy.
Next, we're going to be talking about the best orthopedic insert for your shoe.
It's like everything's flipped upside down. It's like, I mean, I think about socks and even underwear now. I'm like, this like because when you go to the store, you're like, oh my god, these things are so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
too much, Jay.
I'm still wondering what all types of seasons mean. I mean, I only have one season out here.
Yeah. Oh, Cali boy over there. Here,
there's like one season for him.
What are socks? We put
violin,
flip-flops out here year round.
Son of a bitch. Well, let's start with Sean. Sean, you got something in mind you wanted to share, man?
I was going to get your guys' thoughts on tackle box subscriptions. I figured that was pretty good.
I agree. I've never gotten Mystery Tackle Box or Lucky Tackle Box or anything like that, but I do subscribe to the 6 Cents box, and I've really enjoyed it, especially. So when I first got it, they were mainly focused on hard baits, crankbaits, and that was something like I had lacked in my arsenal, and I figured it was a good way to build up kind of like a wide variety of crankbaits. So I subscribe to that. Now they've expanded. They're making some plastics, some frogs, like all kinds of stuff. And I've been thoroughly impressed with it. I think I get the Premier box, and I believe it's roughly like $28 a month with shipping. And they say you get a $50 value, which I totally agree with. If it's not $50, it may even be more. Like it sometimes. I know you've seen some of the boxes. If you guys are watching on YouTube, and if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go subscribe to it. But I know I got a bunch of videos on there, and I think there's even a playlist marked 6 Cents unboxing. And I kind of went through those, and that was before they really started making plastics. But that's the one I use. And another one I've been looking at is Monster Bass, because we did a podcast with that guy, and it seemed super interesting, and they're throwing out like some premium name tackle that I've seen, and I know
Alex Rudd has a part in that too, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
And I think they're like the 2.0 version of like the whole idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, as we discussed, it's not the typical. I mean, because like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had Mystery Tackle Box, I've had Lucky Tackle Box. I would say the 6th Sense is probably better than those two. And
I agree too. I've tried a bunch of them, and I thought 6 Cents the quality was the most. Now I started. I got the small subscription to Dark Horse Tackle after hearing that on Andrew Hayes's podcast, and that's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of not stuff you see in big name stores, but it's local stuff, but it's like quality stuff. So that's been fun too. And they have like an $8 one. That's the one I do, and it's like because it's like cheap. You don't get a ton of stuff, but it's something cool every month, and it's not a bank breaker. So
I think it would be interesting to see some of them actually go even deeper into like the type of fisherman you are. Like if you're a power fisherman, have like a power box, and if you're a finesse, what's it called?
Yeah. Robert Ryan Randolph brings up a good point. I think the Monster Bass box is by region. Region. So like. You're not going to get like the 9-inch HUDs that, Mr. Lemon likes to throw out there in Cali. But if you live 12, in the Midwest, 12. Sorry, my bad. My bad. He corrected me the other day when we were on the phone.
Hey, those work out here too,
But I agree, man. Like some of these mystery boxes you see coming out, like I think they got a lot more potential than what it used to be, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that because before, right, it was just like an idea, right, and it got out there and it worked, and then you got feedback later.
Sure.
So now everyone's improving on it. But I think that's a great idea, Sean.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anybody else?
I ran the mystery tackle box for ice. For a few years, seasons. One thing, like for me personally, I only really like to throw lures I have confidence in. Like everyone's got their confidence lures, right? And if I'm going to work on a new specific technique, I'm going to focus on that technique specific. Like that's what I do. I work on one technique for new on the time and then go back to my confidence lures to catch fish. So I didn't get much out of a subscription, but what I will say for a kid, so my buddy's 9-year-old son, they gave it to him for the Christmas gift. And that is probably the best gift I have ever seen a young fisherman get. Because throughout the entire year, he is looking forward to every month. When's my box going to be here? And he gets so excited for no matter what it is. Like
I get excited for the box, but the kids are good too.
Sean's still a kid. That's cool. Shane, you were saying something before Brad jumped in there.
No, yeah, I agree with Brad with what he said. I was just going to say it. It'd be kind of cool. I don't know if they already do it or not. I don't think they do. But if Tackle Warehouse did a box, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were doing something. I may be wrong. I'll look it up.
I mean, with like in 3 months, you could like fill your tackle box. I still have stuff like on my basement floor.
Yeah. There's always a Tackle Warehouse box at my house.
that that was the one thing, like doing the 6 cents box. Like I started getting so many crankbaits, like I started giving them away.
Yeah.
Some people may have benefited from that at the Paddle and Fin Trail Series this year, because I would like bring I'd have a bag and I'm like, all right, I already got these and might as well give them away to somebody can use them. But Adaptive Angler on YouTube said Battle Baits box is legit too. I've never heard of that one, but good suggestion. I don't think Tackle Warehouse does one. I'm looking right now, but how about you, Brad? I'm gonna keep looking. What do you got?
One piece of gear that I stumbled into actually up at Boat Fest was Swamp Buck Camo makes a angling line as well, and I really like their UPF shirt because it's got a built-in buff and a hood.
Oh yeah. Kind of like the NRS one, right?
Right. Yeah. So I really like. I mean, I'm not normally a big hood guy, but I always have a buff. Sometimes I do want that hood, but always having that built-in buff is nice because I just know, like, if I forget a buff or something like that, it drives me nuts. Like, just drives me crazy. So, and then having it built in, like, if it's in my way, I can just pull it down. Like, it's not as tight fitting around my neck because it's kind of sewn in.
Hold on. Somebody just crawled out of a grave.
Who is that guy?
I mean,
in between protein drinks, future.
He said 5, and there's 6 of us. He said 5.
Yeah, that's right. There is 6 of us. There's 5 boxes, so Scott can count number of boxes. Where the hell has this guy been?
Maybe he doesn't think you're beautiful, Brian.
Oh, that's true too. That's true. Touche. It's good to see Scott in the house. We miss you, man. Hope you're doing well, you and the family. I saw he's been posting some pictures of the fam and stuff, so totally cool. But yeah, I know NRS is making that like hoodie face buff thing built in, and then somebody else was doing that too. I know I'm sure the Swamp Buck Camo one's a little bit price friendly compared to the NRS one.
Probably. I think, doesn't Hook do one?
Well, Hook one is like
gator?
no longer, bro.
Or like they used to or something.
I don't remember. It might have been the NRS one. I know Jackson had one, but it was the NRS one.
I got that one.
So Butcher said, "You all take your pick as to who I think is beautiful." That's hilarious. But yeah, I dig that. I got the NRS one, dude, and when you forget a buff, and I'm not a huge fan of a buff, but sometimes on those like super hot sunny days, man, I just need it. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, there was a day last year I forgot my buff, and it was mayfly season, and I was sucking them in, and I would have killed them.
Nice.
It was there everywhere, up my nose, in my mouth, and all my buffs were in my truck. And
Guess I don't eat that sandwich later.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, that's a good one. I'll find these products as we're talking about them and drop links down in the chat. And then if you guys are listening on the podcast platforms, I will put all this stuff in the show notes as well for you all. Butcher said a buff in the swamp is a must. Totally agree with that, dude. Even in Wisconsin, dude, like summertime.
Yep.
In Illinois, the mosquitoes, man, they get vicious, especially as the sun is setting.
No, it's not the mosquitoes. It's the buffalo gnats.
Oh,
that too.
Those mother effers can burn in hell.
And just for clarification, those are the slightly bigger gnats. Yeah, in your neck of the woods, Susie, it's a little swampy.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter what you spray at these things, what stuff you put on your skin or body to try to scent them away. No, they are relentless.
Yeah, I think a buff is good for anything. I mean, even having like one that we wear during the summer, like wearing it during hunting season, even when it's cold, it still adds a layer of heat. I mean, you get coverage and it's still better.
I use a buff cross-country skiing as well, especially when it gets cold. So you like a little bit warmth, like to the breath coming in when you're trying to climb up that hill.
Are you wearing like one of the normal ones or one of the insulated ones?
One of the normal ones, just a little bit, just to like kind of like just take the nip out of that air.
I got you. Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Beltran said horse flies and horse and deer flies.
Yeah.
So, and then Butcher said, "What the hell is a buffalo gnat?"
Oh, dude.
It's kind of like those
That's what I
swamp
was thinking. I
mosquitoes
don't know
down
what those
south,
things
you know.
are.
It's like one of those when you're like breathing, you're like,
Dude.
blowing out your nose like.
Okay, no. To summarize, buffalo gnats. Okay, like when you get even 20 miles from the water, these suckers will just swarm you. Okay, and they'll just swarm. They're pretty small, but you can still see them. But like if you don't have anything on your face, they will go up your nose. They will go in your ears. They will go in your mouth. They will bite. You don't always necessarily feel it when they bite, but when you react to these bites, you will puff up like a balloon. And I mean, they are so awful because they will not stay out of your face.
Why do they call them buffalo gnats?
Because of they have like a humpback appearance. They're also called black flies.
I was going to say black flies is during trout season in PA. Any part of your body that's not completely covered.
Oh yeah, it makes my eyes water just thinking about them.
I've been run off the water a couple times, like just stopping off in the truck. Okay, like I got a few minutes. You get over, like especially Emaquan. Like I've been hit so bad. I'm like, you're like, oh my God, like I just can't do this anymore.
Yes.
You know, it's
like as soon as you step out of your truck, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So like, I have like 4 like head net things that I keep with me from like March until July.
Real quick,
when they're gonna come out.
Real quick, Sean, what was that tackle box subscription you were using?
Dark Horse Tackle.
Dark Horse. All right, I'm gonna put that in the chat. I've been dropping a bunch of these in the chat as well. Also, Nicholas Beltran said he made a suggestion if you're looking for a good pair of sunglasses for an angler. He said check out Nines sunglasses. That's NINES, and he said use his promo code TFA20. So he's throwing that out there for you guys. Save 20%. It's either 20% or $20. I forget, but that's a good one as well.
I love my
Dude,
nines.
We are blessed by royalty tonight, folks. We got Scott Butcher in the house. We got freaking Catherine Field.
Did you just say royalty?
Royalty, dude. Royalty. What do you think? You're special?
I didn't say I was.
That's the queen of the nudes right there.
I mean, I think we've established I'm just a hack, right?
But this is a good one too. We got Andrew Hayes. You mentioned Andrew Hayes earlier. From Tackle Talk podcast. He said tickets to the local fishing expo if they have one, lures from a local tackle company that you really like, little thoughtful things like that are cool to him. I like that. The show tickets, that's one I wouldn't have thought of, but I think that's a good one. I could just give somebody my pass and you can go work the show for me.
There you go.
Save some vacation days, you know. I'm down with that too. The only one you'd have to fight me for is iCast. Just saying. But let's move over to Susie. Susie, what do you got as far as
So I actually thought of a couple of different like ideas. Like if you're an angler yourself, there's a couple of different ways that you could like make up your own like little like mystery box or tackle box type thing. So like, if you're gifting it to, someone who's either new or been into the sport for a while, put in like, a bunch of like random stuff that like worked like best for you and like have like a few setups of like each one. So like, wacky rig setup, like a jig setup, just have kind of like a little variety box type thing. For me personally, one thing, not like one thing, but like a brand that has kind of really stuck out to me this year that I used a lot was the Plano Edge boxes.
Yeah.
Those things, yeah, they're pretty nice. I have 2 of the I think they're like the jig boxes ones. I have one for just for swim baits. I have swim jigs. I have one for jigs. Oh yeah, no, I have 3. Yeah, I have 3 now. That's right. And then I have one just for I have one for chatterbaits. And then I have 2 of like the big ones that you can have like little dividers in. I use those for my plastics underneath my seat. And then I have 2 more. I have one that's like a bigger terminal tackle one, and then I've got like a smaller one that I use for like in my kayak specifically for just my terminal tackle that I'm using for the day. So those things are pretty awesome.
So Mr. Butcher chimed in and he said terminal tackle is always a great gift. Completely agree. We all lose hooks, weights, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mrs. Queen of the Noobs herself, as Sean put it, said, if you guys are in need of some tackle and things like that, use her promo code KateField15 on OmniaFishing.com and save 15%. So that's cool. We got a bunch of people chiming in with their discount codes. So and again, I'll put all this stuff in the show notes so that way you guys can check them out. And then Nicholas Beltran said line cutters is a good one. So
if you guys haven't checked out Omnia Fishing, I've been on that. I've been on that site quite a few times, especially because they're out of Minnesota. Like it's pretty cool because they do lake reports and you can buy tackle specific to your area.
What is this?
That's Omnia.
Omnia Fishing. Yep.
Okay. All right. Butcher said tungsten is money.
Yes.
Like literally.
Dude, I've been using a lot of like tungsten just for like my like bullet weights and stuff like that. But I mean, they're pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Well, don't they transmit vibration better than lead does?
Ryan Van Tyne chiming in. He says, I got 0 discounts to pass out, but just go support your local businesses. I agree.
I second that, to support your small local businesses as well.
Brad Hicks is in the chat. He said he put Mega Bass Vision 110s on his Christmas list. That's a good
Talk
one.
about money.
Brad,
It's like a high baller right there.
shouldn't you be pimping out the
Just a decal,
153
bro.
baits, jerk baits, because they're the same as the Vision 110s? Come on now.
Yeah, they are. They're the same exact profile and knock, I think, the 153 jerk baits. When you look at them side by side, which I've done, they almost look identical. Nicholas Beltran says, I love how everyone laughed when Brad showed up in the chat. Well, what would an angler in California wish for in his list there, Mr. Lamont?
Well, Susie took mine originally. I was going to talk about the Plano boxes. But
I got one Plano box that I didn't share. I'm waiting for my turn.
I got all their stuff too, and I think everyone, after watching Greg's video the other day where you literally brought a pallet of Plano boxes to his garage, I was like, bro, that was like the most epic pallet ever. But I was kind of thinking about it. I think, the Shimano SLX, the $99 bait caster, man, I use that thing all year, and I use it cranking. I use it chatterbait. I use a majority of my reels are all the SLX, just the $99 one, not the middle one, not the DC, just literally the $100 one. That thing has been like a workhorse for me. It's been really, really good. I think that'd be a really cool thing to put under the Christmas tree for anyone out there. That $99 SLX is the deal.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, I'm in the process of ordering some new rails, but I'll wait till I have them in hand. We talked about them on a podcast, but Catherine Field said cheap gas.
Yeah.
If you got a tournament angler in your family or something like that, a gas gift card will go a long way getting it to and from these tournaments.
I can only assume that Shane's going for at this point fishing.
Yeah, I'm very blessed.
Nicholas Beltran said water right after I said, what would a California angler want for Christmas?
Well, yeah.
That is true. I'm taking it all tonight. I'm taking all the heat. We do have water, and gas is definitely high, but we are fishing in flip flops as of yesterday. So there's that.
Touche.
I know.
Touche.
It was like 20 something yesterday.
Yeah, it's like 20 something right now.
Yeah.
I think it was 85 yesterday, but no, but also just really quick, Brian, you can never go wrong with any type of swim bait out here in California. So, from a variety of the swim baits out there, they're all from $20 to $3,000, in between there. Pick a swim bait that your husband likes, your boyfriend likes, whatever, and I'm sure they'll be thankful for it.
Right on. Well, I'm gonna make a Christmas wish come true right now. Chris Yonk is asking for a Dale Hollow get together in tourney, and that would be a great gift.
Uh-oh.
Chris Yonk, your dream has come true. Boys and girls, the weekend of April. I got to make sure I say the right dates. The weekend of April 2nd and 3rd will be the Paddle and Fin Open. We are also working with one Tennessee club so far. It'll be a 2-day event. We're talking entry fee, about $80. A majority of the Paddle and Fin crew will be there hanging out. So those details, Chris, and I believe we're working on getting the Tourney X link posted up by next week. So there you go. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Wishes to come true.
Jay.
Yes, Brian.
What would you suggest, my friend?
Oh, actually, what I've come to like is the boomerang line cutter itself, the braid cutter.
Okay.
I love that thing.
It's got the retractable. It's
yeah.
Goes great on an NRS vest, or if you got a Molly system on anything or anywhere you can put that thing. I like that a lot. It and I actually have one connected to my kayak as well.
Nice. I like it. Ryan Van Tyne said Dropshot goodies. I would imagine Cali folks wish for Christmas a plane ticket to the Susquehanna River.
That's
I'm
right.
sure that's true. Mr. Butcher said, if your sugar mama or daddy, not judging, is buying, I recommend Dakota lithium batteries and Bullshad swim baits. All right. Beltran said grease and oil for reels. Adaptive Angler said SLX for the W. John Rapp said April Fool's weekend. No, that is legit, dude. I texted him last week and I was like, here's the dates, bro. Here's the dates. Yeah, Butcher better be there fishing that event. We got to see you, man. We got to see you. Brad Hicks said boomerangs are legit.
Yeah.
So you got one fan out there.
They got to be good if Brad said they're good. I mean, thanks, Brad. I'll send you that $20.
So I'll touch one thing I saw at ICAST was the Plano Edge line box. They actually have a box for spools of line now. Because I'm a line horde and I got P line coming out of my ears.
P line, that's what's up.
It was nice the way that was contained. So that was one thing that I was going to add on to Susie's. But I did mention the socks, right? And I was being serious. Fitz socks. They got them in lightweight, midweight, and heavyweight. And I've worn them under my NRS bibs. My toes always stay toasty. If your feet sweat, they're water wicking, and they're fairly inexpensive. So if you're looking for a fairly inexpensive gift, and they're cushiony on the foot, just saying. I am nearing 40. I'm not lying.
Do you wear them hunting too? Or no?
I do wear them hunting. I always wear them hunting. So,
we don't need to. That's nice.
Fit socks, bro.
Sorry, Jay.
People are worried about COVID, and I got to put my foot in my thing.
They have a cream for that, Jay. They have a cream.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything to that. Wrong show. That's it.
Oh, Jesus. Lowry, did you have another one you wanted to add to the list?
One of the cool things, products that I found this year are Cascade. What are they called? Line Boss. It's this cool little elastic thing that goes around your line, and you can actually run your line through it, and then it holds your line while you're spooling. You can it adds a little bit of tension, but it also, when I just throw it in the bottom of my kayak, the line doesn't unspool all over the place. And they're cheap. They're like, you get 4 for like $8 or something.
What is it called? Cascade?
It's called Line Boss. LINE space BOSS. I actually first got them on a line spooler that I bought. It came with 2, and then I went out and searched, and you can buy like a 4-pack of them. They're kind of neat. They wrap around your line, like I said, and you run your line through a little hole in it, and then it like tensions it for you. So
I mean, whatever happened to like asking your wife to hold the spool with like a marker through it?
Yeah,
and then you yell, "No, put more tension!
No, more tension! No,
that's too much. Now there's not enough." I've had my kids actually help me do that.
No,
same conversation that takes place.
Yep. No. More tension. No.
Yeah. It's like, how much longer?
Okay, I'll just put it under my feet and do it that way.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this. I apologize.
I'm gonna have to put that Plano Edge line management box on my wish list. I was just looking at that. I was like, oh.
I'm telling you, it's legit. It's legit.
That's pretty cool.
Did you know Plano Molding is like 5 miles from here?
Yeah, where me and Jay are at. Like,
I know, right?
We could run over there.
We go to the outlet store all the time.
Hell yeah. Maybe like the week after Christmas. Yeah.
That's right.
Is it the actual line spooler?
No,
it's a line boss.
It's called a line boss. Hold on, I'll find a link for you.
If you can, drop it in the show notes for us.
Yep, I will. Hold on a sec.
What else you got, Mr. Hurlaboss?
A great gift, which some people might not think of, is just a boat launch permit for the local lakes that you know the angler in your life's going to need. I mean, where I live in Madison, there's the Dane County / Madison City permit, which is needed for all the launches if you have a trailer, or some of them even if you just park there. So, I mean, just that is just such a small, simple stocking stuffer, which you know is going to get used throughout the entire year.
Yeah, and that's just like $50, isn't it? For the Dane County.
It's more than that now.
Is it more?
Well, we're non-residents, so
that's right. Yeah, non-residents, it's kind of pricey. I'm just like, ew.
A little different for Mr. Hurlboss.
Yeah, his like what, $12?
I hope Regina's watching.
Yeah.
Well, she got me that for a gift 2 years ago or last year, I think. That's what made me think of it, because I never thought of giving a gift like that, and she came up with that on her own. I'm like, this is great.
See, Brad's wife. Brad definitely punched up. Let's just say that.
I have said this for years. I married up.
Oh my!
I'm kidding, but not really.
I agree. I married up in the world, not down. I'm not the shining star of this household.
You were smart. We will give you that, my friend.
Those things.
Oh, you found them already?
He put the links in the comments, dude.
Yeah, I've been dropping links. I know, Sean, you just dropped one, right? The Cascade line boss. Do you got that on your screen still? Can you share that up for us?
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
I dropped the Shimano SLX reel through Bass Pro. It's $99.99. So check that out. I'm gonna drop the link to the Plano Edge boxes here, and they got all kinds of stuff too, like for all different applications. Like Susie mentioned, the jig box. I mentioned the line box. Shane, you mentioned something too, right? One of the
SLX
Plano. No, the Plano box.
I use the terminal tackle box.
I use that as well. I love that. Susie also mentioned the box for the plastics. We got
what's up, Milford?
Oh shoot!
Ryan,
Milfy.
the new Milford in the house. What's up, brother?
What's up, Milfy?
So we're dropping stuff in there. So that's a good one. Boat ramp pass. Like if your local ramp takes like a we got Frankie Profilone in the house. He says, "Sup, Slayers? What's up, buddy?" I know they're releasing their God, why is the name of his tournament series slipping my mind? Slay Nation is releasing their tournament series. If they haven't already, it's coming up in like a week or so, I believe. So check that out as well. Susie, you got another one you want to share?
Let's see here. I was trying to think of another thing, but like some of it's like personal preference. However, oh yes. So one thing that I'm actually going to get like another of this year is the Cal Coast Rod Mule. And so you can put like, I don't know, like I've put like 10 rods in this thing, and it's got like a strap and everything to it. It makes carrying your rods to and from or wherever, or even just storage for that matter, so much easier. It's pretty nice.
I'll pop that.
And it's great. It is great.
I'm going to pop that up here on the thing. It's only $50. But I've seen many guys and gals use this particular rod mule, which is sweet. Like you said, you can kind of wrap all your rods up, and it's got a shoulder strap, so carrying it to and from the car, keeping them organized in the car or truck from sliding around.
And you can even put, like, I put all 10 of my rods in that thing with each rod having their own rod cover on. So, like, it'll fit a lot.
Interesting.
I know.
I've looked at those a million times. I just never bit the bullet.
I know Nicholas Beltran, he mentioned rod sleeves earlier. That's a good gift as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get the Bass Pro ones.
Yeah,
they suck.
I mean, in a pinch.
Yeah.
You know?
In a pinch, yeah, but like I had to do it in a pinch, and I kind of hated it and regretted it because they sucked.
Well, I can tell you, like the ones, which ones we got?
TRC.
The TRC ones that float. I remember I was trailing behind
yeah.
Brian, and I saw something bobbing in the water because Brian has this thing where he like takes off. He'll take it off and then put it underneath his seat. And then eventually they snake out of his kayak. So I'm cruising up and I look and I'm like, oh, there's a rod float here, and I pull it up, it has the paddle and fin on there. I'm like, oh, this is one of ours. I'm like, Brian, this might be yours. I was like, if it didn't have that little floaty thing in there, that thing would have sank. It would have been gone.
Nice.
So there's the casking thing I was talking about. So you can see here it has like this cool little thing that you can tension down, and then when it's on your line, it has a cool little hole there that the line runs out of.
Okay.
Such a simple idea.
Yeah.
No,
I see what you're saying now.
So, and it, like I said, 4-pack for $10. So,
Ooh.
Dude, they should be. That should
Cast King, take my money.
These should be like sold with stuff. Period.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Line companies should get smart and just send them with their spools of line.
exactly. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Susie, did you give a second one?
The rod mule.
The rod mule. That's right. My bad. I'm trying to like manage dropping links, putting comments up.
Multitasking to the extreme.
You know, I got Jay sitting next to me. You know, so
Nothing.
what else you got, Shane?
I use the VMC crossover pliers a lot. I throw a Nico rig a lot. I know that's maybe a rig that not a lot of guys throw outside of California, but the Nico rig is the deal. And the crossover pliers just make it that much easier. I use the crossover rings. I also just use O-rings, but the crossover pliers make it so easy to put that little rubber band on your soft plastic. So I'd say the pliers, VMC crossover pliers.
I'm throwing those up on the screen because
and it even has a little compartment on the pliers where you could put your rings in, so you just pull your pliers out. You got everything you need for your.
I'm looking that up on Tackle Warehouse.
That's been on my Amazon wish list forever.
It's loading up. Come on, Bass Pro. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It works really good. I love that thing.
Nice.
All right.
Yes,
and we
sir.
throw the Nico rig out here. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why you're insulting us like that, bro.
Well, hell, not even just for the Nico rig. I mean, wacky rig. Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Legit.
And I mean, if you're wanting to put a new skirt on something too, if you got like skirt bands, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, buddy.
Dropping that in the chat as well. People are gonna like send us death threats after the show. I just wasted all this money. You guys gave me all these great suggestions. My wife just booted me out of the house. I hope you got a couch for me to sleep on. Michael Gonzalez said maybe some fishing line for that friend who stays catching the ground. I like it.
Wow.
I like it.
We all have that friend.
Yeah.
So I know this was going to be Jay's next one, right? And then I think Nicholas Beltran dropped it in the chat as well.
That's okay.
Son of a bitch. The Savior Outdoors retrieval device. So that's in there. You want to talk about that?
Sure, Brian. I'd love to.
All right, great.
Nice segue.
So the Savior Outdoors retrieval device goes on the end of your rod. No, it's simply put, it's actually a nice insurance on any rod. And you got the link, so you should be able to bring it up. But you can for split grip and for like solid grip, they're perfect. I mean, they're easy to put on. You get like 60. I think it's like 60 feet of 20-pound braid on there. I can speak from experience. You can drop a rod in the water and like that bobber will come up and you can fish your rod right back up into your kayak. Especially being a kayaker, since we're so close to the water, stuff can happen and you just don't hear it. But they're super easy to install. Mike McKinstry has a bunch of them too.
Look at, you can see his ugly beard right there.
I know. But they also make them for the bow fishermen too. So a lot of guys drop their bows in the water, or just like a lot of bow fishermen fall in the water.
Well, they got them for your GoPros as well, as you could see over here to the left. So if you lose a camera, you can get it back. And we did a podcast with Corey from Savior way back in the day, or I should say I did that episode way back. I think it was in season 1 or 2, and then I think somebody else out of the Paddle and Fin crew also did one with Savior as well, or I think we did too. Me and you did one with them as well.
It's a solid product though. I mean, they're like I said, they're easy to install. Everyone's scared to like cut off the end of their rods. It's not that big a deal. I mean, if you take your time, you can do it in about 15 minutes easily. But I mean, like, again, it's insurance. So if you've got like a $260 rod, stuff happens out there.
Yeah. Well, you had an instance where you were on Kentucky Lake and you saw the bobber floating on your way back to the ramp or something, right?
I was actually out by Banner Marsh.
Okay.
And I was jacking around and I had my spinning rod hanging off the side and I hooked it. I hooked the arm of it and fell in the water, didn't even know it. And when I was coming back, I saw something floating. I'm like, what is that over there? And I look and I'm like, oh my God. I look back and I'm like, oh, that's what that is. Okay. And I never even touched that rod like the whole time in the tournament. And so I like pulled it up real quick. I was like, all right.
One thing else.
What?
I was just going to ask, like, what's the heaviest? Like, well, I guess it would always float no matter what. I was just going to say, like, if it, I don't know, come back. Thoughts are going in my head right now.
Are you trying to figure out how it pops off?
So the bobber, it's got a a dissolving tab in it.
Like a salt bobbin. Same
salt
thing
tab, yep.
Yeah, so once that dissolves, it spring ejects the butt end off.
Yeah.
But it's still attached to the rod, and there's lines spooled up on that bobber.
Yeah.
So it unspools as it goes up to the surface, so you can pull it back up, and then you can reload that tab into the butt end.
Yep.
And I know the major things that people are always like, worried about is cutting the old butt end off, which you just have to take the butt end off. You don't actually have to cut the rod. Two, the weight of the actual device is so light, it doesn't throw the balance or the weight of the rod off.
Nope.
Those are the two biggest concerns that people have. And then, it can reload. The third one is, because we're in kayaks, if it gets a little wet, is it going to dissolve and go off in my rod holder? No, it won't.
No.
So the water,
like a heavy pour of rain too.
I forget the material it is that is on the end of that, but it takes some time for the water to soak through, plus water pressure makes it go through that. So I remember in that episode, I had asked him, okay, if I drop my rod in the water, how long is it going to take for that bobber or that tab to dissolve and the bobber to eject and go off? And he goes, well, it's really going to depend on how deep of water you're in, because of the water pressure. The deeper the water, the faster it's going to go off. So he said in 4 to 5 feet, it could take an hour, but down in, 20 to 30 feet, it could take 20 minutes.
Actually, I think it's quicker now. Like he's done some improvements. It's definitely quicker now.
Yeah.
But I mean, essentially, it goes in the water, and then once that salt bobbin expands in everything, there's a spring in there that'll push that bobber off, and then it'll come up. And there's reload kits for these things too. So, if you have a bad day, all you gotta do is spend $15 and you can put your rod back together.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Totally agree.
Yeah. But like I said, they make it for bows too, for bow fishermen, and they have them for the GoPros or any of your action cameras.
Yep.
We need to get a kayak hunter shotgun mount going for those things.
There you go.
Where would you put it?
I don't know. Are you ever in deep enough water where you're going to lose it?
You do paddle out there, Jay.
I was gonna say,
They got Nicholas Beltran said they got one for your keys too.
Oh yeah,
for your keys.
One. That's right.
Yeah. So that'd be
why you have your keys over the water, I don't know. But
here's the keys.
I know. Here's the keys to the truck.
I know someone that might have spent a little time looking for keys in a lake, though.
Who was
that? Was me.
Oh. Susie.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's right. When you flipped on Madison, right?
So you were diving?
Yeah, I literally walked up into this complete stranger's yard because he was out mowing the lawn. I flagged him down. I was like, hey, listen, I flipped my kayak and I lost my keys in the water. Do you have a pair of goggles or something that I could borrow? He went up into the house, had his wife look around, and he came down with a full snorkel set and everything.
He's like, here's some flippers. Here's a wetsuit. It's been a while. I don't know. It's got some cracks in it.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was able to find my keys in a couple of minutes. But I mean, what had happened is I had the little seat thing behind my seat. And I left the zipper part open, and when I flipped, the keys just went out. If I would have had a flip thingy on it, hey, I would have found them. So, yeah.
I could see that happening.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. Let me...
But now, I never get on the water until I've clipped my keys onto my vest.
So they're just dangling still?
No, they're in a zipper pouch. But there's a clip inside that I clip them to.
So here's the float. They obviously got it in a bunch of colors, but your keys would go on there, and then this is the end that would eject. And
I was gonna say, it wouldn't need to eject though, or would it? Well, I guess it depends on how heavy your keys are.
Well, the idea is that the actual bobber or float isn't going to sustain the weight. But once everything sinks, the bobber will come back up.
Oh, and then it'll cut,
with line, and then you can pull it back up.
That is awesome.
Right on. Well, the next one I have, dude, and this is something I've had for a while, and I will share this up, and it makes life easier in the kayak for me as far as, baits that I've cut off, thrown to the side. having my pliers and scissors organized and tethered to is the Yak Gadget XD cup holder. So you got the slots on both sides. I put scissors on one, pliers on the other, and then I loop a tether to those through this little hole here. And then all my baits that I cut off, I throw them in that cup holder. So fairly inexpensive, $20, but it saves some time and aggravation while you're out there in the kayak. And then I just empty that out at the end of the day. So I dropped that link into the chat there for you guys. Catherine Field says, I put a clipped wire extender to my keys and then clip to my pants. I figure if I lose my pants, I have bigger problems. I mean, depends on your audience, I guess, you know.
Someone's gonna be like I flipped my kayak, but where are your pants?
Who's wearing the pants now?
Yeah. So that's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. Mr. Lavery, you got anything else, man?
The only other one I was going to say, and I was looking for it, is I got a Forever Last yak net this year. It was a new net for me. I had a crappy trout net that I had used for the longest time, and finally it broke. So I, did a lot of research. I almost bought one of the flip ones, the expensive ones off of Jimmy, and then I just happened to find this Forever Last, and it's like a yak version, like it extends, and it's been one of the, I love that net, and it's got the mesh like plastic coated mesh so it
netting.
Yes, so it doesn't snag all your treble hook baits and stuff. And
is it
I know
the
they
Stow
have
and Go one?
I think it's that one.
Yeah, I think it's this one too. Here, I'll share them all.
I think it's the Stow and Go.
Is it okay? They might have changed the name of it from when I got it, but
it's got an extendable, like you were talking about. You'll see in a second.
Yeah,
this one here.
Whatever it comes up.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right on. And they got a whole. I think these are the same nets that like Blanchard and all those guys put like a PVC tube on, right?
Yeah.
And,
right, but that my handles like extends to like 5 foot or something, so it's.
Nice.
I mean,
Nice.
It's plenty long enough, and it's heavy duty, and it's relatively cheap compared to like the Yak Attack net and the other ones I was kind of looking at. So
I would even say too, like the Fraybill one, like I got, is real similar to
Sure.
So those are both trout nets, like steelhead nets.
Yeah.
Those are nice, and they're big enough. The hoop is huge, so where you get that extension anyway. And I mean, if you wanted to get a little bit more, you could put a PVC
extension handle on it or something.
Yeah, you could devise something to get a little bit more reach. But I've always used one of those, and it works good.
Nice.
And they fit good in the rocket tubes.
Yeah.
So So when you're in the wind, they fit in that recess part, so your net's not doing this like while you're paddling around and everything.
Sure. Mr. Hurlboss.
The only other thing I can think of that I started using this year that I really like are the KVD speed bags for plastics.
KVD speed bags.
Yeah. I used to use.
What is going on over there?
I'm just laughing at
Is Adam tickling your feet?
No, I'm laughing at John's comment.
Whose comment?
Oh.
How about 2 more in my stocking, Big Daddy?
Oh man,
Old John.
Wow. I don't even know. You know what? Just we're gonna go right over that one.
I'm starting to think you got a drinking problem, my friend. I'm starting to think you got a drinking problem.
It'll be even funnier if Beth is actually under his.
Yeah. It's that's an inside joke from a trip to Dale Hollow. So again, don't miss that trip because it's always eventful, especially if Mr. Rapp shows up. But okay, so it's just like a plastics bag. Basically.
That's all it is. I used to
Nice.
use like the bigger Plano roll-up ones that you can have I think they got like 6 or 8 sleeves. But I found I can stay more organized with these and have like a jig trailer bag, a Cinco style bag, a creature style bag, and a finesse bag. And then once I figure out what I'm gonna do for the day. Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin.
I know.
He's got some cheese curds.
Minnesota again.
Minnesota.
Got my bag.
Yeah. Good Mosky,
Jay, I know
give me that ramp pass.
Thinking about toothy critters. So.
Oh, that's great. See, I got some of these that I got sent in my 6 cents box. So the baits actually came in a bag like this for the box. And I've been using those quite a bit. I don't stay as organized as you're talking, Brad. I can tell you that much. But, you know, I'll throw my plastics that I want to use for the day in like 2 or 3 of these and then throw them in my boat, which is nice for sure. But there's many versions of that. But I put this particular bag down in the chat for you guys. And I also put Sean's net in the chat if you guys want to look those up. So what about you, Susie? You got anything else? Actually, Brad, you got to go, right, for a show?
Go. Yep, I got to record for Feather and Fur. If you don't listen to it, you really should. It's a great show. Now you've met the host.
No pressure.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to this week, man?
I'm talking to James. I'm talking to James Norton. He's a guide, and he owns his own kennel out in the Cali area. So we're going to talk about quail in Arizona and California tonight. So, and that show comes out Saturday. So
nice,
man.
Gonna be talking.
Yeah, eh?
All right, you go talk.
You'll have that in your bag.
He's like, you sons of bitches. Well, thanks for chiming in and helping out tonight, dude. We appreciate it. And have a good show. And everybody go listen to Brad's show on Saturday.
And everyone out there, have a great Christmas, New Year's, holidays, all that fun stuff. Spend time with your family. And if you listen to my show, you know I always say keep chasing that experience, and that's really what it is. Go make those experiences and memories this holiday season.
There you go, man.
Cool, Brad.
Look at that. At least somebody's a stand-up
We should
gentleman
end
on this show
right now.
Yeah.
Roll credits.
All right, Brad. Thanks, man. We'll see you, buddy.
See you,
Have
Brad.
a good show.
And cut.
Later, man.
You got anything else there, Susie?
I actually have 2 different things. So one's an actual product, and then the other one is just kind of like a unique type thing. So the product is, there's a couple different kinds that you can use, but 303 protectant spray. Like if you have like a sun bleached kayak, that thing will like bring the color back to it. It helps protect it from sun bleaching. We also have one of my clubs. We have Texas 2-Step. And that thing like would clean the water scum lines like it was nothing on there. So like some sort of like cleaner and protectant for your kayak is pretty important too, especially if you're in the sun all the day.
Yep.
I just put the link for the 303 on Amazon. It's $15 a spray bottle. I can attest. I won some of that Texas 2-Step and I think a KBL event, and I've had it on the bench, and I think it was earlier this year. I was like, my kayak looks like crap, and I was like, oh yeah, I got that spray crap, and it like legit cleaned the shit out of my boat. Like that scum line went away.
I think 303 has a cleaner too.
Well, 303 is a cleaner.
Well, they have like a 2-step. There's
the cleaner and the protector.
Yeah, and the protector. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So some form of cleaner and protector. And then the other thing I was going to suggest is that, if your spouse like has everything, and you can't think of what to get them, I'm sure that they post their selfies and their great catches on Facebook and stuff like that. Get like a framed picture of like their best catch of the year, or like their personal best, or some sort of like, in memorandum or something like that of, a special occasion, or like of them posing with like a first place check, that way they have it to put in towards, like their trophy setup or something like that. So you know.
Or if you're really good with Photoshop, you can impose that first place.
Yes,
There you go.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. So yeah, you know, making it a little bit more, you know, personalized in a sense, you know, I mean, that, you know, is going to be a lot more priceless to, you know, anglers out there too.
I like it. Canvas prints. That's what I like. There you go. Mr. Lamont. Lemon.
He's like, okay.
One thing that I never ever go out on the water without is the rogue fishing phone tether, and I'm a sole believer in that. I've had a couple buddies lose their phones, and they're on an epic bite in a tournament, and their phone goes in the water, and it's just a sad day. So I always put my phone tether on. I don't know what that's like. I have to.
I got it too. I got it tethered to the inside of my NRS Chinook.
Yeah.
So do I.
The phone fits right in there too, so I just zip it all up together.
Yep. And then also their Titan board leash too. I use that so I don't lose my catch board because I still have the heavy old school catch board that'll sink to the bottom. I also use that as well. And that's a pretty good gift too.
Nice.
All right. I put the phone tether in the chat. I'm doing the old board leash as well.
Dang, that thing is serious, man.
It's like the never lost leash, board leash.
I have a funny story about that leash. So I just got it's called the Aussie Concept Kayak Folding Trailer. It actually folds up, and it's really awesome. But I have my kayak on a trailer now, and I put my catch board in my junk drawer on my kayak, and I always put it right there. It never seems to pop out on the road or anything, but this specific time I must have hit a bump and I didn't realize it. And this guy pulls next to me and he's like, "Hey bro," like freaking out. And I'm like, my kayak's gone. Like I thought my kayak was gone or something was wrong. And my catch board was literally on the ground, and I don't know how long it dragged, but the Titan leash literally, I have pictures of it, and the Titan leash literally kept it, and I dragged it for who knows how many miles on the freeway. And I didn't lose my catch board. I still have my catch board and my leash.
Nice.
That's a true
I'd like
story.
to see like that catch board to see like the edges and stuff like grooved into
I
that
have a picture of it. Yeah, it's.
I was going to say, didn't Brad just kill a carbonate board?
Oh
between
yeah,
the
he did.
Yeah. He had a similar situation. So
it's also fun when they fall on your feet outside of a truck.
Mm-hmm.
When it's cold outside.
Yeah.
You were wearing sandals too, weren't you?
When it's
wearing sandals. Yeah.
Sandals.
It's like
I got the name on my fence, and I'm pretty sure it was imprinted on the top of Jay's foot.
I'm just gonna say, Catch makes a quality product. It's a little heavy, but it's a quality product.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You got a last one, my man?
Maybe just a gator, or what we were talking about earlier, just getting something like that. It's nice and low cost. It's a nice little stocking stuffer. Protects your face. Yeah.
That was very original, Jay.
Yeah. Well, I could talk about marine wool socks, but
hey, I'm telling you, dude, Fit socks. I didn't drop those in the link yet, but I'll do that right now. They will change your life. They will change your life. And I'm telling you, if you get outdoors for anything, they're definitely for the outdoors person. The last one I was going to say was lighting, like a headlamp.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of headlamp. Like I've been using that.
Money.
Yeah, I've been using that Pelican headlamp, but any kind of headlamp would be sufficient.
Yes.
And then one thing I thought of too, which Jay does all the time, and it's pretty ingenious, is you got those like cheap lantern lights, and he's got those like rubber twist ties from Home Depot. What are those called? Like work ties or something like that?
Yeah, they're the wire ties.
And Jay will hang that from like the
strut,
the back lid of his truck cap. you could hang it from like a crossbar on your kayak. So when you're in the dark rigging up or loading back up, you got some kind of light. He uses it all the time when we go out hunting, like early in the morning, things like that. But that was something I thought of earlier that you use quite a bit. But a general headlamp, like everybody needs a headlamp when you're
Brian,
launching.
I saw recently that Mike Iaconelli just posted about. Did you see the one that clips to your hat right here?
Oh,
yeah, I've actually had one of those before too.
There's
They got a
tiny
bunch
little
like
light that clips to your hat. I never saw that before.
Okay.
I've seen like just like a strip of like headlamps.
Yeah, the
now.
LED
Just
ones.
like,
the headlamp
those are
sometimes
cool.
like doesn't come out as much when I'm wearing my hat, and I'm just like always doing this. So
yes.
the clip right here would be.
Yeah.
I was
Puts it,
like, dude,
right
that's
there.
genius.
You can even go one further and get like those gloves with like the lights on the fingers.
Oh, then you
So-
just like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, we used to night troll Lake Geneva, and for those that don't know Lake Geneva, it's a one of the big. I think it's like the third or fourth biggest lake in Wisconsin. It's glacier made, super deep, super clear. So the best time was always to fish it at night because of the water clarity. So we would go out night trolling, and we'd have those hat clip, lights on there, and just makes a world of a difference. So, but now you got the, bandage strap lights. You can angle them up and down and all that
You
kind
got
of stuff.
hats with them built in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I know Mr. Lamont's got to run. He's got another show to jump on. And you got an episode coming out tomorrow as well, correct?
Yeah, I just recorded one with a guy from Northern California. He ties his own jigs, and he's also just a NorCal hammer. His name's Taz Mua. It went really good. I just recorded it previously to this, but it's going to roll out the ABA kayak series out here in California in about 35 minutes. We got 2-day events in California that we're doing this year. So it's going to be pretty exciting. So 7 p.m. Pacific time, we're doing it on our Facebook.
Right on.
Nice.
Go check it out, all you West Coast folks.
All righty.
We'll see you, brother.
guys.
Thanks as
Later.
always.
See you soon.
Right.
See you, man.
See
Keep
ya.
your thumbs up later.
Anybody got anything else that they want to share for this? I mean, we're a little over an hour, but I mean, we've dropped so much good stuff, Anybody else want to throw something out there that they may have used this year or got any suggestions?
I don't know. I guess you could also just go with the obvious, with Wisconsin with a mosquito spray.
Spray.
Or some kind of, something.
Bug spray.
Yeah, just something to keep everything away, just to give you that little bit layer. That's another thing that's great about the Gators. You can spray on those and keeps it off you. So.
Dude, I still got like sunburned sandal markings from 2 years ago.
Oh, I believe it, dude. I believe it.
Yeah,
I know. That's why when you're always out there in shorts and sandals, I'm like, how you doing?
Susie's got it too.
Oh
Susie
my
does.
god!
Yeah,
I still have the Choco Tan.
That's
Nice.
hilarious.
So
That would have been funnier if there was something bad in the background.
Susie, what are you watching over there?
The fish tank screensaver.
Nice.
What's on that coffee table over there? Is that a flashlight?
Oh boy. All right. I think that's the cue to
We're getting a little lean.
start winding down. Cue to start winding down. But this week is the last full week for shows at Paddle and Fin. We're taking our holiday break. Jay and I will be still putting out some shows throughout. We got a Christmas special show we're going to do the week of Christmas. We're going to get a bunch of our hosts on and talk some stuff. So encourage you guys to still follow along with that. We'll still be uploading the OG shows to all the podcast platforms. I figure me and Jay owe it because we missed a few shows for hunting season and travel this year and things like that. So we'll still pump out some shows during the off season. The rest of the crew has worked their butts off this year, and they have some much deserved time off. And huge shout out to the Paddle and Fin family. And we hope you guys enjoyed this year's content. I think this is episode 326 episodes for 2021. Le Mans is going to be 327, and Brad's is going to be 328, and then Dustin may or may not have a show, so that'll be like 329. So we should be right around 330 shows for the year, which is pretty remarkable, boys and girls. And I think total we're at like 700 and some shows, and I know we already surpassed 500,000 plays just on the podcast platforms. Then you throw YouTube and Facebook in there as well, we're probably over 1 million. So we thank you all. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. OG show will be back. Sean, any final thoughts?
No, just happy holidays, everyone, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Man.
Susie Q.
Kind of the same thing. Illinois is kind of struggling with hospital stuff and whatnot. I know firsthand. We've had like the worst staffing we've ever seen, this week. So we've had some pretty not so good situations. So nothing political, nothing crazy or anything like that. But if you can get the vaccine, keep yourself safe out there. Have a Merry Christmas, and just spend it with your loved ones, because times are crazy.
Right on. Mr. Randall.
I would just say have a safe and happy holiday. That's about it.
We'll be back next week, bro.
I'm just going to say that now,
All
just
right.
in case something
All right.
happens.
All right. You're starting to scare me with this something happens.
Well,
stuff.
you did say you were going to shoot me while we're hunting this weekend. So there's that.
I didn't say I was going to shoot you. I just said, remember, we'll be close to one another while I was holding a loaded rifle.
Yes.
So,
We're just going to stay on the air where everybody's safe and can see it.
Sean's like, oh,
I know.
geez.
Real-time live tracking,
No. No, we appreciate everybody. We hope we helped you out with some Christmas shopping, or gave you guys some ideas for some new products to try next year. Maybe show this to your significant other, so that way you can get those all under the Christmas tree or in that stocking for yourself. And we will see you guys on the next one. Till next time, boys and girls. Tight lines,
It's
smooth paddling. Peace.